1, 2, 3, right. Alright, how y'all doing today? We had some really great presentations. I'm really impressed with the creativity. I thought ours was creative, but everyone else is doing really well. So today, my name is Michael. I'm going to be hosting this. We're going to do an interactive game. On Wednesday, Roger Goodell announced that the NFL front office is going to be dropping their tax-exempt status. And so today we're going to be discussing how that dropping the tax-exempt status will be affecting their financial reporting. So we're going to present on 4 different subjects: the pros, the cons, like some NFL facts, as well as financial reporting changes. DeMarco Murray over there is going to be talking about the cons of it. Adolfo. Where's Adolfo? Wait, that's Adolfo. We just confused ourselves. I'm DeMarco Murray for the day. All right, and then Roman right here, Peyton, older Peyton, is going to be doing the NFL facts. Younger Peyton over here, Daisy, she'll be doing the financial report changes, and then my boy Dez is going to be doing the pros. All right, so we're going to do this game, through an interactive little game show. I'm going to go with the judges, so if you see a little slide that you like, get ahead. All right, Dez, you're up. Tag in.
All right.
Okay. The smartest player.
So, what is the major benefit that the NFL is seeking from becoming a for-profit entity? Is it A, no disclosure of executive salaries, B, not paying taxes on ticket sales, or C, the ability to issue shares of stock?
Yeah.
Oh,
Dan?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So on you pulled the ticket.
No pressure.
No pressure.
No pressure. I'll go with, coming to for-profit entity, I'll go with C.
Actually, that is not.
That's all right.
Don't worry, you have another try.
All right.
You get 3.
Oh, yeah.
Hopefully the third time you get it.
Then we'll go with for-profit entity. We'll go with no disclosures of executive salaries.
Good job.
You got it right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
wow.
I'm the guy you want to come to for Halloween.
There you go. Yeah.
So for over 50 years, the NFL's tax-exempt status has been very controversial. A lot of people think that the whole entire NFL is tax-exempt. They think that the whole NFL is a not-for-profit, when in reality it's only the league office. The league office, even though it's a not-for-profit, they still pay taxes on ticket sales as well as other items that Adolfo is going to be explaining later on. And even the 32 individual teams pay taxes. They not only pay taxes here in Texas, but they also pay taxes in every other city or state they play in. But then at the end of the day, the NFL didn't want to keep fighting this 50-year uphill battle against members of Congress and the public, so they decided to announce they're moving to a for-profit. Under the not-for-profit, the NFL was required to disclose tax form 990, and under this form, the NFL had to disclose the executive salaries, which was a huge downfall for them. Every time they disclosed the salaries, there was major news headlines about the NFL and how they don't pay taxes on these salaries. Because who knows how much Roger Goodell made in 2012? Does anybody know? His income, $44 million. So being a not-for-profit, the people think he is not getting taxed on this money, when in reality he is. But making this switch will allow this information to be privately held and maybe turn that kind of controversy down. So from a public relations point of view, this is one of the greatest benefits that the NFL will be getting, not disclosing the executive salaries. And as for the ability to issue shares of stock, being a not-for-profit, they weren't able to issue the shares of stock, and even now after they do make the switch, they're not publicly traded, so they won't be able to do that.
All right. So you're next. Boom. NFL facts. All right, Peyton, you gonna win the Super Bowl this year? Gonna do good? Let's do well.
No, I'm getting kind of old, so I was struggling at the end of the season last That's the NFL season, so we'll see how that goes.
This bottom right.
Okay, so the question states, what type of organization was the NFL considered before transitioning to a for-profit? And the answer choices read, is it A, a trade organization, B, charity organization, or was it C, a social advocacy organization?
No pressure. No pressure.
Appreciates us.
I'll go with A.
That's correct.
Andy?
Okay, so there's a little history about why the NFL League Office was considered a non-profit. So in 1942, the National Football League was financially struggling due to many of its players being overseas fighting in World War II. So due to this, they decided to file for tax-exempt status to the IRS, from the IRS, and they actually successfully did file tax-exempt status. And although they did successfully file tax-exempt status, the individual teams, which took most of the income, still had to pay for the income taxes they made. So the NFL League itself, which is based in New York, was then categorized as a trade association and therefore making it a non-for-profit. So what a trade association, why they are a non-for-profit is because they are considered to be promoting and advertising the industry. So for the NFL, the executives work on promoting and advertising all 32 NFL teams with no intention of making profit. So no intention of making profit. And although they're not a charity organization, all the fines they receive, or all the fines they receive from the players and the teams they fine, they do donate that to charity. And they host other charity events also. So now that's about it. So I'll be handing it over to Michael.
Last one. I got
Alright. My new best friend.
I got cons.
Alright, so bottom.
Alright, DeMarco, rocket.
Alright, man. I'm not a cowboy anymore. Please don't do that. Alright. Here's some Snickers up there. I'm my ego, yeah. Flying, I'm sorry. So, becoming a for-profit company will reduce the NFL League Office's tax expense, net income, or Tony Romo's timely interceptions.
Let's go with that. It'll reduce their net income.
That is correct.
Yeah.
So,
Nice haircut and smart.
now that they've switched for a for-profit entity, their tax expense is about to increase to $10 million or so a year, which is a small fraction of their $10 billion revenue that's currently their annual revenue. And then the NFL's league office itself made a $327 million revenue in 2013, which consisted mainly of TV revenues, fines, miscellaneous, and ticket sales, and other, merchandise, jersey sales, and whatnot. So that is why their taxes, or their net income, will decrease. And as I stated, their tax expense is going to increase. And for C, Tony Romo's timely interceptions, that's what I was there for. So unfortunately, I got traded. So Tony Romo might have another rookie. I don't know. All right, pass it back off to Mark Square.
Yo, who's in Denver now? But all right. So last but not least, our most cerebral person, young Peyton Manning.
Young Peyton.
I don't know about Daisy though, or so, but we'll see.
Alright, so anybody can get a guess at this one. It reads, the statement of activities, a financial statement required for nonprofit entities is similar to what financial statement? A, balance sheet, B, cash flow statement, or C, income statement?
He wants some candy. He wants a candy.
Yeah, whoever answers it, from the top. Cash flow?
That is incorrect.
You don't
But
get
good answer.
Good answer.
Good answer.
Good try.
Do you want another?
Correct.
So, nonprofits have to report what is called a statement of financial position, which is similar to a balance sheet. It reports revenues and expenses, and the difference for the net amount is the change in net assets. For this question, the statement of activities is very similar to the income statement. It reports revenues such as contributions, program fees, membership dues, and expenses, which are categorized into major programs, fundraising, and et cetera. And the difference between the two is also changing net assets. And the statement of activities actually looks at the total organization rather than just the funds of the organization. And the cash flow statement is required to be reported by both for-profit and for nonprofit entities. And the small nonprofits tend to report their financials in a cash basis rather than the very commonly used accrual basis.
All right. To wrap it up, okay. So dropping the tax exempt status was to no surprise to the public actually, because many organizations similar to the NFL has actually done this. So like the NBA in 2007 did this. Just keep it a little bit more private, makes the league office more private. Everything isn't as public, so then they don't have to kind of let people know too much. Now I'll open the floor for any kind of questions or any sayings or statements that they want to do. So.
Just curious, so the tax expense they're expected to pay, and their main reason being to not disclose the salaries. I mean, I kind of have my head under rock lately. I didn't know they made the switch. Are they really thinking that $2 million is worth not having to tell?
Yeah.
That was nothing for them.
I mean, yeah, I know they could tell them, like they really think there's $10 million of PR damage and that this is worth.
Yeah, it seemed like